then he said, with that, he said, watch out. This is what, listen here. Careful listen. And 14 ones, 14 sons and daughters or boys and girls, you heard so many times this Buddha, he said, you heard so many times the Buddha. It's kind of so renowned, so powerful, so spiritual, so important. And you heard, and also in both samsara and nirvana, it's kind of echoing that Buddha everywhere. Really, this big echo and hearing, so wonderful, so beautiful that is. Where is that? He said, and this is with you, he said. This is with you, that big one, that big drum. That is, it's not outside. It's right with you. Right with you. Right with that big one is. And the way he explained here, and again, if you count this, there is 7 wonders. 7 wonders. 7 wonderfuls. The first one is how wonderful this Buddha is with us. That big song, the big name looks like so fancy, so important, so difficult, so hard to get. Believe it or not, it's with you. This is with you. That's it. What's it called? There's a long time ago, there's a beautiful show called Rip Wayne Wonder.
Ripley. Ripley's Believe It or Not?
What?
Believe It or Not, Ripley's?
Yeah. Because now I think it's gone. That show is not there. But otherwise it's Believe It or Not. When we watch many times, we watch always and we find that. And it's kind of a way he's explained. Also his mouth, and King which always jokes, his mouth, lips are kind of like a little bit turning. Believe it or not. Really so deliciously. So this is what? This big Buddha, big name, big fancy, difficulty, hard shape, so kind of like far away, looks like so far away, and all this, believe it or not, is with you. How wonderful it is. Or how shocking it is. How shocking, how wonderful. It's really, it's here. Right with you. Right with you. And the way it is there, not just with you, it just with you all the time, yes, is it? With time, all the time, never separated even one instant. One instant is not separated. How, really, how amazing it is. How amazing, how shocking, how wonderful it is. It is, all the time. And then, even though it is with us, with me, with you, with everyone, is this. It's not also here said, it's to everyone. Everyone. All the beings of the 6 realms, they all have this same nature, never separate. No matter what they're going through, or what we're going through up and down and all these things. It's never separated. Everyone has this. All the beings of the 6 realms. All the beings of the hell realm have this. All the beings of the hungry ghost realm has. All the beings of the animal realm has this. And all the beings of the human beings has this. And all the beings of the asura has this. And all the beings of the gods have that. Everyone has this. Not just has that, they have no even slightly difference that. Everyone is equal. Completely is like Democrats. Everyone is equal. There is nothing is slightly even divisions up and down that call it, that nature. Everyone is perfect, beautiful. What is that then? As I said before, that ground, that self-born awareness, the embodiment of 3 kayas, Dharmakaya, Sambhokaya, Nirmakaya, that all that is, that powerful nuclear, that powerful item or atoms of the nuclear, that is here, right? Everyone has that. And how beautiful it is. And now, next one is, even though it is with us, how the beings of six realms are acting, they're completely lost it. Lost it, they're helpless, they're supportless, they're completely lost it. It completely looks like their poverty status, poor and pathetic and very feeble and all that. That. Because they didn't recognize. Nobody recognized. This is what they used to make great masters. It's the same one, same as like those poor paupers. Poor paupers, there's one family, for example, one family has such a big gold, nugget gold under their ground, under their house, ground of their house. But they're so poor. They're so poor of the clothes, poor of the food and everything. And they don't know they have that gold. Gold is not telling, I'm here, nor they are knowing that gold is there. That's what they experience. If they knew that, if they walk for that nature, they're not going to be as that poor in the power and status. But we sentient beings always are looking somewhere, completely ignoring our treasure, our nature, our beauty. And they're looking somewhere else all the time. They're looking Buddha somewhere else. Not just the Buddha, that's the habit of the sentient beings. Always looking, searching something. And also, that means also, hardly sometimes we appreciate ourselves. We're being great for ourselves. For example, we're looking for somewhere else. That's what also the American has kind of saying. That always the other side, the garden looks greener. That's the way. Even your garden is good, even beautiful, but always looking somewhere. They're looking somewhere else. With the poverty, with the greedy, with the misery, with the almost like covetous. Covetously? Yeah, covetous. Looking, that searching. This is what they call the ego clinging. Ego clinging is always hungry. Hunger is hunger. Nature is hungry. Not enough. That's how it is. Even we are richest beings, richest in every aspect, still looking, searching, and struggling, and fighting, quarreling to get more. That's how it is. Ego is. Ego has so many things to hungry and looking, searching. In the same way, the absolute, very essential point level, also we're looking for the outside. How strange it is. Again, how shocking it is. How strange it is looking outside. Even it is right with you. The day one until now, from the beginner's time that we wandered, beginner's times of lives, we wandered all those different ups and downs and the samsara and all that, went through all the birth and the death and the growth and the getting, sicknesses and went through. It's never separated. It's here, but we're looking always something outside. That is strange. That is how strange it is. And then our next one is wonders. Next wonder, or next shocking, or next is how strange, or now believe it or not. Next one is then, which is I think three of those wonders. 3 wonders. This nature is the self-born awareness is nature of the self-born awareness is what? Clarity is refined, clear, is essence, is brilliant, as well as sun. It's like that. That call it. It's clear, brilliant, refined, very refined. It's like sun. It's shining. Because of that, our intelligence, for example, our wisdom, our intelligence, our knowledge is the beams of light from that. This intelligence, from this self-born awareness. Self-born awareness is like sun and is radiant. Even the dark and thickest of the mist and clouds is shining out, which is guiding us, or which is guiding to every and each living beings. The intelligence. Or in simple way, the surviving intelligence we have. This is the light of this self-born awareness. Light is shining from that. And then if we go more detail, then every intelligence aspect of it. According to Buddha teaching, 3 wisdoms. Starting wisdom, contemplation wisdoms, meditation wisdoms, all wisdom that understand all the relative truths, wisdom that understand all the absolute truth, wisdom that understand both equally, without the separation. All that is coming from this. And then if we go higher level, all those 5 wisdoms is the shine. This is brilliant light that coming from our heart center, or from this self-born awareness, which is always shining, rising, always brilliant. Brilliant. But people still didn't recognize, or even they recognize, they made all different dogmas, different kind of like dogmas and different exaggeration, and kind of blowed up nature. How strange it is. That is how this God sees. Next one is then, again, the port of wonders. Wonders? This nature, the self-born awareness, again, self-born awareness is, as I said, is ground. It is our base. It is our foundation. This self-born awareness, whether we use terminology ground, whether we use terminology self-born, or whether we use the terminology as a self-born awareness, or whether we use Dharma Dhatu, or whether we use the absolute Bodhicitta, this is beyond of the death and the birth. Beyond of the death and birth. It's not temporarily arrived. It is pure from the beginning. Nature is pure from beginning, and nature is uncompounded. Nature is inconceivable. Nature is not fabricated by anyone. Therefore, this nature is never born, never take the birth at the first places. Place? It's never, and therefore it's never going to, it's died. So therefore, it is beyond death and birth. Again, this nature, what it means? Self-born awareness, the inherent nature. Or here, as Kyapa use the terminology or metaphor, as brilliant sunlight. This brilliant sunlight is never being born at first places and never going to die. Die or finish. Birth and death is the notion of the duality or notion of these systems. What we go through. It's a display. Play. Therefore, it's never, for that reason, the self-born awareness is how wonderful, how amazing, how shocking it is. Or believe it or not, it's beyond of the death and the birth. That is what this nature is. This. Then, next one.